Hi everyone, it's Tina on bareMinerals Beauty. So I'm going to be doing a little overview of the bareMinerals Power Neutral palette. So I'm going to have to try and hold it like that. It's very reflective, as you can see. And then after the overview, I'll do a little review of what I think of the eyeshadows. But pretty much that's the palette there. Try and show it like that. But it's a beautiful gold little palette, and on the back it actually lists all the eyeshadows on there. So there's 8 eyeshadows, as you can see. Cute little palette. I'll just put that down. And as far as the packaging, you get this cute little gold box, which I think is quite nice if you're even looking to get it as a gift for someone. What you do is you open it up, goes about the palette, and it just slips inside of there. But I think it'd be handy to actually keep the box if you're getting it for yourself. And what you could do is when you're traveling in your suitcase or your carry case, you can just leave it in there. And I think it's not too heavy to carry around in your handbag. Obviously it depends on the size of your bag, but if you're wanting to obviously touch it at work or when you're out, it's a nice light little palette, and it's quite sleek as well. They are about 1 gram each because you get 8 eyeshadows, and total net weight 8 grams. So it's a fairly standard sort of size you get in there. Try and get nice and close, but you can see there's a range of finishes. So you've got your matte, you've got shimmer, and there's more of a frost one in there as well. But a good sort of little mix in there. But as you can see, and you can tell from the name of it, the Power Neutrals, it's your sort of neutral, natural look. So if you like your sort of taupes, your browns, your beiges, something you can wear for work, and even glam up if you're going out at night. You can do a smoky brown eye if you want. So it's actually quite nice. Or even if you wanted to just do the browns and the beiges, and then maybe put a little bit of the sort of gold colour here, which is Schmooze. I'll just show you on my finger. It's a beautiful goldy colour. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I've already swatched them, but I'll swatch them how they appear in the pan upside down. So that's that colour there. You can see beautiful, which I'll go over them each in turn. But you can see it's a fair amount of colour payoff. I wouldn't say they're as pigmented as, say, sleek eyeshadows or Wet n Wild, where you literally just touch and you get a lot, because they're very soft. For example, the Wet n Wild get a lot of sort of colour payoff, a lot of pigmentation. These are actually quite nice. I'd say they're very comparable to my MAC eyeshadows, maybe a little bit silkier than MAC eyeshadows, but not as powdery as maybe the Lorac Pro palette. If you've got that palette, that they are very, very soft. You'll know, you just touch them and they're very powdery. These aren't like that. They're a lot silky and soft, but they're not loose like that sort of in the pan. But of course, if you wanted to get maybe more colour payoff, you could sort of wet your brush, Max Fix Plus or even water or something, and sort of make them really, really stand out. One in here, which is Boardroom. Beautiful deep chocolate brown. I've just done it over again. It's beautiful. It's so soft. None of them appear chalky on my skin. Just going over the names, so I'll go from left to right. So you've got Boss Lady, Money Maker, Smooth, Boardroom, and the name Power Neutrals palette. So it's playing on, obviously, I spoke names, power play names and that in offices. But anyway, I'm gonna have to show like this because the mirror is quite substantial and it'll just reflect too much. So we're going this way. We've got Boardroom, Smooth, Money Maker, Boss Lady, Exact, Payday, Magnate, Get Ahead. I just love the names. Like I said, I think it's a great little gift palette as well. The whole sort of look of it and what you can get if like someone's wanting something for every day or for work, or they love the sort of nude, naked sort of eye looks, or you can glam it up, like I said. Very nice. But anyway, let's swatch each in turn. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit too close up in camera. I've sort of reset everything in here. I have to try and fix my tripod, so I've got it precariously balanced at the moment. I've swatched the first top 4, but you can see, look at that, they're just so soft. So you've got Boss Lady, and it's a beautiful sort of light very pale colour. Then you've got Moneymaker, which is a matte, and honestly, taupey green. It's sort of a very cool grey colour, I suppose neutral, but it's almost like it's got a bit of like camo green, like a camo green grey. It's just beautiful. Then this one is like your frost finish, and this is Schmooze. Don't we all know one at any type of job? And then there's the Boardroom, which is that sort of deep chocolate brown, and that's a matte. Gorgeous. I'm just going to swatch them. So I did about 2 swipes per finger. But look at that. They are gorgeous. But I think if you're someone that loves bright sort of colours and, you know, pinks and purples and blues on your eye, obviously this doesn't have it, but it's a good one that you can sort of mix with all your other colours. You sort of tone them down. You can even, like I said, you can put Smooth, which is that beautiful frosty, almost metallic finish to it. You can sort of have that mixed in. So it's a good little palette to have on hand, I think, if you don't have maybe any of the Naked palettes. Like this has 2 shimmers, a frosty metallic, and then one I'd call more of a satin finish, but it's sort of a good mix. So about 4 proper matte colours in it. So for me, I've just done 2 swipes each. So we've got Exact, Payday, Magnate, and Get Ahead. So you can see the Exact is more of a taupey brown, and it's a matte, almost satin. They're just so silky. Then there's Payday, real nice beigey colour. It's like a matte or almost a satin. They're just all beautiful. Then this one, which is Magnate, it's like a grey beige matte. And this one, which is Get Ahead, it's a beautiful browny grey. As you can see, it's got a bit of a sparkle or shimmer to it. I call it more of your shimmer finish. It does have a little bit of fallout. And again, I'm just going to do a swipe on my arm. Oh, that was a good one. Wow. But you can see they got a good colour payoff. That's what I'm trying to show you. Even if my coordination skills are lacking. What I did forget to say, sorry, is Boss Lady, which I called it a beige, but it's more like your champagne shimmer. So that does have a shimmer or a sparkle to it, the same as Exact. So these two I'd call like a shimmer finish. The Smooth I would call more of your metallic frost finish. And the rest are pretty much matte. This one though, which is Payday, beautiful. It's almost like a satin finish because they're just so, what I'm trying to say is they're just so silky. It's more of a satin finish. It just has a slight sheen to the eyeshadow. Nice. So they're not really what you call your flat mattes, which is pretty much there's no reflection. They just look very dull on the skin. These don't. They have a slight sheen to it, which I hope you see. So that's Smooth, the beautiful frost metallic, and those are those matte ones there. And with the shimmer ones, it's not like I was trying to show the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. They were really shimmery. They were just like stars at night. They're just, wow, a lot of sort of shimmer, and you get more shimmer than the actual color payoff unless you wet them. Whereas these, you do get the color payoff. They're not strong like maybe your Wet n Wild ones, but you do get the color at least, and a little bit of that sparkle, which I actually prefer. I don't want my eyelids sort of having that extreme sort of fallout during the day, and I don't want to have to sort of wet them to get that color to come off. So they're just quite gentle. Pay off. They're soft and they're silky. They're a good sort of mix of shades for what I like, sort of everyday beigey, taupey, grey, brown colours. And then, like I said, you can use that Smooth gold metallic. You can do that all over your lid if you like, and then blend in with maybe Boardroom or something like that, or just use that over a little bit over the mattes to sort of brighten it up, or you can just use the other 2 shimmer colors that are in there. Just sort of, once you've done your eye look, maybe use them over the top to highlight if you want to sort of make them stand out a little bit, or just use your blush. You can use your blush in your crease, or use your blush to join it in. It's up to you. Sort of where your contour is, you can put that sort of there if you want. For my skin colouring, I like sort of corally pinks, even plums or pinks, sort of to do that. So it warms up my eye look as well. So overall, I think it's a great little palette for the price, for what you get. I like bareMinerals as well. I haven't tried any other sort of eyeshadows from bareMinerals. This is my first go with them, but I'm quite happy. Again, like I said though, if you do want more, like you wanted maybe a dark, like a black in there, or you wanted like just a shock of color in there, you don't really have it except for smooth, which is that because of the metallic finish, you've got that sort of goldy brass color in there. I like it though because it doesn't have black. Every other little palette I've got, every naked eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay I've got, it's got like your black or your charcoal on there, or Lorac Pro's got a black. Every pretty much palette that I've got, it's got a black in there. A lot of my sleek palettes has a token black or a charcoal or something in there to sort of, you know, make your smoky eye, or to, you can use as your liner, which is fine. But you could use, wet your brush and use, you could take a little bit of the chocolate Boardroom or Moneymaker, the deeper colors in here, and then wet your brush, and you can use it as an eyeliner if you want to, maybe like a deep chocolate color as an eyeliner rather than your black. Completely up to you. So it is versatile. Thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts on the palette down below. Take care.